Thank you, Miss Love.
Thank you.
How very nice to meet you, Miss Griffiths.
Hello.
Please come and sit down. I hope you haven't been kept waiting.
No, I wasn't, thank you. Not at all.
Good. May I offer you a cigarette?
No, thank you, Mr. Beresford, but please, if you do.
No, I think I have at last managed to give it up. After 40 years. Now, Miss Griffiths, I want you to tell me how you think that I can best help you.
Well, I know you're very busy, so I put down a brief outline of what our charity hopes to do, how we hope to do it, and very roughly indeed what we estimate the running costs will be for the first 2 years.
Excellent. Thank you. I congratulate you on your approach. Well, now, this doesn't look very long. I expect you'd like me to read it now.
Please.
The Hostel for Homeless Ex-Prisoners, eh?
Well then, Bill, long time, eh? So how are you? How is it?
I'm well, sir. Thank you. Very well.
What is it, 10 years? A bit more?
Oh, yes, at least that's, must have been when we were
I
done.
never thought I'd find myself back in London again. Oh, horrible place. Gets worse and worse. Yet, you know, when I was a young man, it seemed to be the only place to be on earth. Used to walk over Westminster Bridge in the morning. Well, we all change, don't we? Not that you look all that old yet, Bill. I mean, not very old yet, I mean, are you? Hard work, you know. I think that's the thing that keeps people young. If you enjoy it, you enjoy your work, Bill.
Most of it, yes, sir.
Good. Honest, most of it. Good. Wife and children all right? 3, isn't it? Looked it up. About right, you know, I think, really. Dora and I have often said the 6 is a bit too many. Can't remember some of their damn names, you know, some of the time. Still, there you are. Nice bunch. All turned out well in the end. Except one joined the force, Bill. Now, where did we go wrong with him, eh? What? But relax. Relax, old chap. I mean, after all, the subject of the investigation's not you.
Quite splendid. I'm sure my fellow trustees will be just as impressed as I am.
Well, do you think we stand a chance of getting a grant?
As good as any other. We shall consider at our next meeting.
Well, then would it be possible for me to come and speak? Of course, only very briefly.
Oh, I'm sure that would make the outcome absolutely certain. But I'm afraid it would put the other organizations applying to us for financial aid at a great disadvantage.
Yes, of course. I see.
But I promise I shall do my best for you.
Like you do for everyone.
Of course. Excuse me. Yes, Miss Larby. Oh, yes. Put her on, will you? Mary?
Victor, don't say anything. Victor, please just listen. There is someone next to me now while I'm talking, and they have a knife. They will use it on me without hesitation if you attempt to ring off or call the police, so just listen. In your office with you now, there is a young woman. Just say yes and nothing else. The young woman has got in to see you by trick. If you don't want any harm to come to me, you must do exactly as she says. She is going to take you somewhere. Go with her without any argument. If you try to do anything else other than what she tells you, I'm going to be cut about with a knife. So you must...
Do it.
I'm sorry, Miss Griffiths. That was rather a strange call. I think it was a practical joke.
Oh, no.
I can't quite take it in.
Try.
My wife said that you...
Yes. But don't worry too much, though. She'll be all right. As long as you do as you're told. Don't. Do you think we managed to get out past your secretary without her suspecting anything? She'd be the one who got hurt. Well, we'll see. But first, I'd just like you to dictate a little message.
could be that one, isn't it?
Go on.
Morning.
Morning.
Oh, morning.
Very busy then, are we?
Yes,
Well,
Well, at least you'll never be short of gainful employment, will you? Oh, yes. Who's this? What's she done?
nothing yet, unfortunately.
Oh. D.I. Forbes? Hang on. Bob Croft.
In your office a minute ago. Probably just popped out for a coffee.
He's not here at the moment. Who is it who wants him?
Oh, wait a minute. I think he went in to see the boss.
Look, put them on. I'll have a word. Hello? Madam. Yes, I believe you were asking for Detective Inspector Croft. Well, I'm sorry he's not here at the moment. I'm Detective Inspector Forbes. Can I be of any... Madam, did you hear what I said? Yes, I said Detective Inspector Croft is not here at the moment. But... Yes, Madam, if you'll just try and keep calm, and I'll see what I can do to help. Can you begin by telling me your name? Madam, did you hear what I said? I said, can you begin by telling me your name? Beresford. Is that 1 hour or 2? 1 hour. Here and Miss or Mrs.? Mrs. Beresford. And the address? Middle Court, James Yard. Yes. Yes, Miss Beresford. We'll come to that in just 1 moment. Now, are you phoning from there now? I see. Well, can you let me have the number? 6, 3...
Oh, sorry.
Can't you go and play somewhere else? Yes. Now, you say that you've been threatened by a person with a knife and wearing a mask. Now, have you been hurt in any way by this person?
If I may say so, sir, I find this very disagreeable.
Of course you may say so, Bill. 'Tis disagreeable. Just the word I'd use.
When we worked together at Marina Wharf, he was one of my closest friends. My closest friend.
And you never suspected that your friend Hammond was ever involved with even a single one of those people at all?
No, sir, I did not. I still find it very hard to believe.
Well, that means only one of two things, doesn't it, Bill? Either you didn't know him as well as you thought you did, or you're going to be obstructive and not help me more than you have to. Would you like to save me some time? Tell me which.
Come.
Oh, excuse me, sir. I was looking for D.I. Cross. Sergeant Clayton said he thought he might be with you. Sorry, excuse me.
Know each other, do we?
Commander Rack, Assistant Commissioner's Office, Detective Inspector Forbes.
Sir?
DCI Foster.
Good morning.
Morning. Sir?
Nice looking woman. Change. Well then, Bill, I think you were just about to tell me. Didn't know him as well as you thought you did, or not going to help me more than you have to?
The second one, sir, with respect. You're looking for me, they said.
Shut the door.
Ooh.
Who's that in there, the guy?
Rack.
Well, who is he?
Not very nice man. One of the Rubber Heel mob.
One of the rubber hit. Who's he investigating?
No.
Well, who? Yes, you do. You're a lousy liar. Tell me.
You wouldn't want me repeating malicious rumours and gossip, would you?
Yes, I would.
Okay. 10 or 11 years ago, something of that order, when he was at Marina Wharf, he was big mates with a DI. I've forgotten his name now. Hammond, Holmes, something like that. I believe he's down in Cornwall now, or somewhere. Anyway, they started hearing things about him, a lot of things, from Charlie Bones.
Charlie Burns the Grass.
Oh, please, Supergrass. Now, they say he's nailed Hammond by his ears, his pans, kneecaps, and several other painful places, too.
Yeah, but there's no question of...
What, Russell Square? Yeah, that'd be a turn-up. But that's not what you wanted me for.
No, Mrs. Beresford.
Beresford?
No, she says that she has been threatened by a person with a knife and she wants to speak only to you.
Yeah, it's just a gift, I thought. Ah, Betty. Yeah, be a love, would you? And get me 6371550. Yeah, because you've got lovely, long, slender, sensitive fingers. You always get it right first time. Okay. Beresford.
How do you know?
What? Well, he's from the Assistant Commissioner's office, isn't he? And that is where I've got friends.
Look, please, tell me.
Everything I know.
Well?
Well, that's it. Damn all.
Who's your friend? One of the typists?
No, cleaner. Empties the waste paper bin. D.I. Croft. Yeah, okay, left town. Phone's off the hook. Do you think I should go around there?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Right. Hysterical old dear. I can't by any chance charm you into coming with me, can I?
Don't flatter yourself. Hang on. The atmosphere around here is beginning to stink like rubber heels, so... Yes, I'll come.
Right, you look after him, Jojo. I'll be back soon. Hello? Yes, it is. Who's that? Oh, hello, Brenda. Look, how did you get this number? I've not been here a week. Oh, did she? Yes, all right. What do you want? Yes, well, all right, then. Go on. Tell me something. Yes, I know the man got out over the wall. I heard. Stop telling me on the phone, you stupid... Oh, really? Yeah, well, I hope you'll be very happy together if you ever get there. How are you going? Canoe? Yeah, what? Look, stop telling me!
That is all I am being allowed to say at the moment. You will be getting another message. Shortly. You will be getting another message shortly.
I'm sorry, I'm not feeling very well.
And your husband's secretary brought it straight round to you, you say, Mrs. Beresford, and the machine...
My brother
Yes,
thought...
it was my suggestion.
When you phoned, Mrs. Beresford, why did you ask for me particularly?
I'm sorry, I just wasn't thinking. I just asked for the first name I could think of.
Yes, but how did you know my name?
My niece used to mention it a lot last year, Anita Black.
Oh, yes. Well, we'll get your husband's secretary to come down and look at a few photographs, see if she can pick anyone out. There's no chance, I suppose, of you being able to identify this masked person?
Oh, no. No, there wasn't anything I could see of her at all. It would be quite impossible.
You said her.
Did I, Alan?
Yes, you did.
Just that I felt that. Isn't that extraordinary? Of course, I could have been wrong, but in any case, whether it was or wasn't, I couldn't possibly identify anyone.
All right. Well, we'll see how we get on with your husband's secretary to start with. Mrs. Beresford, I don't wish to appear unkind, but we do have to be sure that this is what it seems.
I beg your pardon?
Well, I'm just mentioning it, that's all. There's something that has to be kept in mind. You see, there is always the possibility that when somebody has apparently disappeared, that it might be from choice.
That's preposterous. How can you say such a thing?
It's not their job to be nice, Mary.
Oh, I didn't wish to upset you, madam. I'm sorry. Well, sir, can I ask you a few questions?
If you want to, yes.
He is going to be all right, isn't he?
Please don't worry, I'm sure he is.
Yes, he will.
Please don't worry, I'm sure he is. 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 Please don't worry, I'm sure
Morning. Morning.
Here, have you read this diabolical codice that Harry's written?
Yeah. Morning, morning. Not repainted it yet, I see. Boss in his office, is he? It's all right. Carry on, carry on.
Sergeant Fenton. Right, I'll be down. Beresford's secretary's just picked up on one of the mugshots.
Morning, Tom. Russell not here yet?
Barrett? Oh, hello. Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. How are you? Look, I'm glad you've rung up. Well, I was trying to pluck up courage to ring you. I was wondering if perhaps you might like to come to the concert at the lakeside. Well, somebody gave me a couple of tickets and... look, sorry, something's cropped up. I've got to go. I'll phone you back, OK?
You look like a naughty schoolboy. Don't feel that one, Jim.
I don't.
Good.
Good morning, Bill. How are you this morning? Gonna rain, is it? Oh, damn thing. I put it in here somewhere. Oh, well. Now then. Well, Bill, I'm sorry this business is dragging on and on, you know, but got to be thorough.
Might I just ask, sir, is there no one else you could approach for the information you want?
Well, you see, Bill, as you said yourself, if he could conceal from you that he was receiving all these bribes, and you were his best friend, how much less chance we stand to learn anything from anyone else, I mean, you see what I mean. Well, then, sit down there, chap, Ah, I see you've managed to sort out your old diaries.
It really is awfully kind of you, Miss... Very, very kind.
Well, Mrs. Beresford, Sir Charles and all the trustees were most anxious for you to know that if there's anything at all, you mustn't hesitate.
It's just that I've not been very well, and it's not knowing, you see.
Well, I'm sure you'll have more news before long, Mrs. Beresford. I'm sure you will. And as you say, it's so much more sensible not to bring in the police.
Did I? Oh, yes.
Let me see if I can find something for you to put these in, shall I?
That one.
Shirley Davis.
Well, well, well.
Is she sure?
Well, she said she had plenty of time to get a good look at her before she took her into Beresford.
She ever used the name Brenda Griffiths before?
No, I don't think so. But then we only heard of the one she gets nicked under. What?
Hang on. This week's informations. Ah. Joan Richardson, 22, 6 foot, eyes hazel, dark brown hair, sometimes dyed black, sometimes fair. Build and walk can be mistaken for a man. Known as Joan, Joni, Joanna, Jojo.
And?
Monday the 26th, absconded from farm working party, heading to an open prison for women, Lincolnshire. Likely to be returning to home area Medway Towns or possibly contact acquaintances southeast London. Known associates, Margaret Hampton, Betty Fox, Sandra, also known as Shirley Davis.
Go on.
Small girl in office, identified as looking like Shirley Davis by Beresford's secretary.
Big masked person with a knife threatening Mrs. Beresford in her home, who says she doesn't know why, but she thinks it's a woman. Right. Well, it's possible. Worth a bit of a whirl. Find a picture.
Okay.
Well, well, well. Shirley Davis. Wonder where she is now. Hey, hang on. That fella of hers just got nicked again, isn't he? So that's where she'll be. Right. Find an address.
Want me to come with you?
Why?
Well, I don't know, Shirley Davis. Supposed to be a bit of a mystery, isn't she? Perhaps I can help you keep your mind on things.
Don't flatter yourself.
D.I. Forbes? Who? I don't know any Alan Lawson. Who is he? What does he want? Says he's on his way over to see me, but why should he... Yes, it's all right. No, I just remembered who he is. Well, look, I'll be here for a bit, so, when he arrives, just send him up, okay? Right.
There's one here, July the 15th. Andrews withdrew £900 in cash, and on July The 16th Hammond paid in £840 into his account in cash.
July 10th to 24th. I was on holiday, 2 weeks in Oban, caravan site with wife and kids.
And he says about this one, I had a lucky winner at Kempton Park. Can't remember the name of it now so many years afterwards, but I know it was something like 66 to 1. And such controller says?
No racing that week, that year at Kempton Park or anywhere. Thunderstorms and floods, all racing washed out.
And you say?
I wouldn't have known anything about it anyway. I was on holiday. I wasn't there.
No. Did he mention a big win to you when you came back from holiday?
No, sir. Not that I remember.
Bill, did he ever mention having had a big win to you, ever?
No, but then he wouldn't, would he? Not necessarily.
Even though you were such close friends?
He knew I was never a gambling man.
And he'd never have told you? He'd have been uncertain whether your personal loyalty to him would have prevented you from mentioning it to anyone else.
What?
You didn't really know him at all. Not really, Bill, did you? I mean, all these cash payments going into his account, and you hadn't got the faintest idea.
He was quite a reserved sort of person, sir. Not an easy man to get close to. And in his private life, too, an unhappy man, I think, sir. I've said he was one of my closest friends. I'm going to stick to that. Now, just because Charlie Bones has decided to open up, I expect him to...
What do you expect?
I expect there'll be quite a few of us coming under suspicion, sir.
Oh, yeah? Well, you were clear, Bill. So there's no need to go on worrying, is there?
Miss Davis, I'm sorry to trouble you. I wonder, could you spare me a few minutes?
Yes?
It's just a routine inquiry. As I said, I won't keep you longer than a... Wait there.
Well, go on then. What is it? And what was the name? Haven't we met before?
Croft, miss. Detective Inspector Croft. I can't say I remember myself, miss. Ah. I like Elton. The bitch is back.
Look, this isn't my place.
Willie Jevons. Yeah. He's got good taste. Very good taste.
Look, I'm tired. I've just come back from seeing him in Brixton, an hour and a half's wait. Do you mind? If you want to search it, search it. I don't give a damn.
So, how are you getting on without him then, Brenda?
It's Shirley, actually.
Come on, Brenda Griffiths.
I'm sorry. Try over the road.
Listen, little girl, I'm not in any hurry.
Have you got a ticket for me?
I might have. Or I might not need one.
All right, then you take me down the bill shop.
Come on. Let's have a little chat, eh? I don't usually drink on duty.
Well, nothing's on offer. Nothing.
So, how long after the girl had gone did your sister find this?
Just about 5 minutes, perhaps. It was on the kitchen table. She'd made an excuse to go in there and get some water for the flour she'd brought.
Cool customer.
Where someone with a record usually behaves, is it? Letting herself be seen as clearly as that.
She's got a record, you know who she is?
We think we might. Mr. Bereford's secretary picked out a photo.
Oh.
Have you heard this?
I started listening to it. Mary got so upset I brought it straight here.
Let's go down for fingerprints, will you, Jack? Please, sit down, Mr. Lawson.
Thank you.
If it is who we think it is, shouldn't I inform D.I. Croft?
Yeah. See if you can phone him, okay?
Okay.
You have a job, Mr. Lawson?
Yes, I'm a teacher. It's half term this week.
Yeah, okay, right.
Invited friends round for later, have you?
I told them I'd be at Willie Jevons' place, but I hope to have a chat with you. Now, what's wrong with that, eh? Yeah, the governor worries about us if he doesn't know where we are. What time did you get to Brixton this morning?
Usual visiting time, why?
Well, even you can't be in two places at once, can you?
What are you talking about?
Well, who is this Brenda Griffiths, then, eh? Because she sure looks a lot like you. Joan Richardson, Joni, Jojo.
What?
You know her.
Yes, I've met her a couple of times. Big bull dyke. Why?
When'd you last see her? Next pram to hers outside Tesco's while your mums were doing their shopping?
Yeah, something like that.
On her toes from heading to an open prison.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, now look, kid.
No, you look, old man. I'm on licence from Borstal, right? And I'm not going back. I've done nothing that could get me a recall, and I'm going to do nothing either, right? Now, living here at Willie's place isn't a crime. He says I can. We're good friends. As well.
Like you were with Peter Downey.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, we had a drink with you once that night, across the quays, wasn't it? Yeah, he was off duty and you came in.
And 6 weeks later, they asked for his resignation
It was his wife that raised the riot, not me.
Oh, sure.
Do you ever hear anything? I mean, where he is, what he's doing?
Oh, don't go breaking my heart.
Then 2 of his mates came and did me for my first boar stuff.
Aye, well, you just remember something. I was a bigger mate of his than they were.
Cheers.
I am being well looked after, and I have not been harmed, but I am a prisoner, and I cannot get away. You will receive another message soon with definite demands. Mary, try not to worry. It's all right.
Definite demands. What's all that about?
You tell us. You hear anything in the background?
No, I can easily say what it was.
Annette, ask Fred to have a go at it and see if he can separate anything out of this, okay? And get it typed straight out in copy, right away after lunch, okay?
Thanks, Annette.
Yeah, thanks, love. Stinks. Well, if you're not going to tell us anything...
Well, nothing I can tell you. I don't know my sister or her husband all that well, really. We don't exactly hit it off. We never have done. I'm sorry. But I will help in any way that I can. You tell me.
Look, I'm not asking you to make a statement. I mean, not right away, but if you could talk some more, something might occur to you, or something might emerge that would give us a lead.
All right, now?
Well, look, why don't we all go and have something to eat?
Well, the canteen will be a bit full this time, I
Let's
think.
live it up. I don't think the tank would be a very good idea. Why don't you try that new wine and salad bar around the corner?
Oh, yeah, it's good. If we can get in. I suppose it's worth a try anyway. This way.
Jake, telephone for you.
Excuse me. So, Barrett? Oh, right. Hang on a minute. It looks like something's happening on the Cannon Hill job. I'll join you later, OK? Yeah, that sounds good. Tell me more.
Pity about the salad bar. We should have been a bit earlier.
Can we have some forks, please? Can I be allowed to take care of this?
No, but we'll go Dutch if you like.
Thank you.
So, tell me about your sister and her husband. How do you get on with him?
I don't. Well, he's a nice enough chap, I suppose. Very wealthy. He's right out of my class financially. He involves himself in a lot of good works. He's a trustee for several charities, that kind of thing. So I presume all this is to do with money. There'll be a ransom asked for eventually, do you think?
Do you think?
Can't imagine any other reason.
When Inspector Croft put it to your sister that perhaps her husband had wanted to make it look as if he'd been kidnapped so he could just disappear, what was your reaction?
My reaction was, no, why should he? He's not that kind of a person. I think if Victor ever did want to disappear, he wouldn't make a drama out of it. I think he'd leave a note for Mary and enough money in the bank for her to go on living on.
She was in financial difficulties.
If you don't go on being allowed to administer big, respectable charities' funds if their accountants hear even the faintest whisper about you. I mean, they do hear them if there are any.
Can I ask you this? Were he and his wife happy?
I'd be very surprised.
You always that frank.
But other people, usually, yes.
Not about yourself.
Sometimes. When I have the nerve.
Right, Bill, right. Well, I don't think I'll be bothering you again. Let you get back to the other crime wave, eh? That's the finish.
The finish with me, sir?
Oh, the whole thing, Bill. All sorted out and tied up now.
And what about Hammond?
Oh, he'll be crucified.
Which subject?
What?
You said you were a teacher. Which subject do you teach?
Physics.
Where? Which school?
Is this still police questioning?
Yes, of course.
St Mary's. It's a comprehensive in
no.
South London.
My son goes to Barrington Lane. They have swimming competitions or something like that against each other, don't they?
Could do, yeah, probably. Don't have much to do with swimming. How old is he?
When he's 17. He's coming up for his A-levels next year.
What does he want to do, does he know? Be a policeman?
His father was too. I suppose it's possible, but I doubt it.
Was?
He was killed in a shooting. Are you married? Do you have children?
No, divorced.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I didn't mean to pry. Bad habit. I've picked it up at work. Oh, God. Look, I must... get back.
Can I at least be allowed to pay for the extra coffee?
Okay.
Oh, my God.
And you and your 3-card Montes?
17 of them warned off, 11 gone off down to Brighton, 4 still working round the market, and 2 coming the old Hutspur on Section 5.
Tommy the Toss and Brailsford Egan.
Sent you their regards.
Cheeky monkeys. Right, now then. This man, what's he called? Beresford, who's been kidnapped, or has he? Because if he is, it's job for the yard, not us, right?
I'm not happy about it, Gov, and I'm sure you're not. You see, my feeling is
Yeah,
that...
hang about a bit. What have we got? Wife's statement. Statement from secretary. Possible ident of suspect. And a statement from one Alan J. Lawson. Who's he?
He's the wife's brother, sir. Brother-in-law of the man who's missing. He seemed to me quite a reliable sort.
Oh, come on. What is it? What it seems? More than it seems? Jape? A gag? Something different? Something serious? 2 experienced officers, so come on.
Well, Bob and I have talked about it quite a lot, sir.
You don't agree?
Yes, we agree absolutely. But we don't know.
And that one way or another, we really haven't much of a clue.
Oh. So you don't know and you haven't got a clue? Well, I like it. When are you two going to audition for the Christmas concert? Now, look, I've got to decide, the yard or not the yard?
No, Gav, not yet. I don't think so.
It's gone wrong. Look, I told you never to come. Well, please help me. Look, we had a plan to get Jonathan out of the country, right? And that man, the one we took that was going to be the hostage, Shirley, he's ill. He might die. You are insane. Shirley, this revolution has to go on. Brenda, I can't. You can, Shirley. You must.
They are. They can. They will. Yeah, cheers, Dick. Inspector Doran, got some interesting information for you about Cannon Hill. He's also got Brailsford Egan sitting in his office at this very moment, who says he's got a strong urge to talk to somebody.
If you'll excuse me, sir.
In that case, if you could spare me for a few...
I remember the days when we were young and keen.
Describe Jake Barrett as exactly young.
Now, you will be getting another message shortly. You will receive another message soon with definite demands.
The engineer's report on the second tape is not exactly helpful.
Yeah. Below ground level in a space of about 600 cubic meters. Resonance from overhead pipes or ducts of some kind. About 100 meters from a road with occasional passing traffic. 2 boys playing football at a distance. Traces of wood and stone dust suggest some kind of storage room. Ah, could be anywhere, couldn't it?
I suppose wait and see. I mean, that's about all we can do. What's your boyfriend's view?
Boyfriend?
Well, I'm just repeating the gossip around the office.
Well, you can stop it. And you can stop it out there, too. Boyfriend.
Touchy.
Now, look, if it's important or interesting, then tell me about it. If not, let's keep our mind on our work, shall we? Now, this jewel snatch that's supposed to be coming off at Haggerty's. Clue me in on the whispers, yes?
Well, there's a plan of the mews at the rear of the premises in there, sir. 3 reports about 3 of the staff who sound a bit dodgy, and an interesting bit about a security bloke whose last job it was to advise them on the installation of a new alarm system.
And I have told you about the van.
Yes, that's in there too.
Well, in that case, Gov, I mean, there's somebody I've got to go and see.
Yeah, sure. Now, round here goes where? Eh? That's into the high street, is it?
Yes.
And the New Jersey groups have said we can absolutely rely on it. Now, there'd be $12,500 waiting for us in Belfast. All we have to do then is take the train across the border, pick up a car and go to Shannon. From there
Brenda,
on, it's
stop. You just go on and on. Shut up. I don't want to hear any more. I don't understand what you're talking about, and I don't want to understand. For God's sake, please. Shirley, you're not stupid.
Look, all right, I'm into villainy, but straight villainy. I don't want to know about politics.
Yes, but what you call villainy is only the way the proletariat acts against the capitalist structure of society.
One more time, and I swear to you, I'm on that phone to the brains and I'll be round here before you've said knife. They're asking me if I'm you. We don't even look alike.
We do a bit.
We don't. All right, what time's Jojo phoning?
She should have done by now.
Write down the address where you got this bloke fastened up.
You said not to tell you. I thought you didn't want to know.
Write it down, print it, and hold it like that. Leave it on there. Jojo's not phoning, you know that, don't you?
She will.
She won't. I know Jojo, and I know what she'll be doing. She'll be hoofing it back to Lincolnshire, wherever it is she comes from, as fast as her little legs can carry her. If I did you a right favour, ever put you onto her. Shooters, knives, Jojo Richardson. What sort of people have you lot got yourselves in with?
It wasn't a real revolver.
No. It was a real person you took as hostage, wasn't it?
You don't understand, do you? You never have and you never will. Look, even Mum and Dad, when they were alive, they didn't understand either. Look, none of you ever have. You're my sister, Shirley, and not once
right,
of you...
Brenda. Yeah, you were always the one that no one understood. That's why you went to university, because you were too clever for all of us. Me, I was just thick. So I went to Borstal. Look, just go, all right?
Do you need money? Do you want anything?
It was very kind of you to come, Inspector. Do you think he'll ever come back?
We're doing the best we can, Mrs. Beresford, with what little there is to go on.
Is he dead, do you think?
We've no reason for supposing that.
I'm sorry, I haven't been feeling very well, and I had a dream that my brother said that I should talk to you. I need help. I can talk to you, can't I?
Well, if there's anything you feel you ought to particularly
It's that woman.
say, Mrs.
I know it's that woman. She's behind it. He's
Mrs.
gone to
Beresford,
her.
if you
see,
mention
I haven't been a good wife. I'm ill, you see. I'm ill.
Now, Mrs. Beresford, if he has gone off with another woman, then it's not really a police matter. And if you've real reason for thinking it, then you ought to tell us.
It's just that I'm so confused. You see, he's such a kind man. I don't think Victor would do it like this. Please, won't you sit down just for a little while?
You see, unfortunately, madam, I
My
really don't
niece
have a
used
great...
to speak very warmly of you, Mr. Croft.
Mrs. Beresford, you see, I'm not
If only
really
I
the
were
sort
20
of...
years younger, She's met a very nice young man now. He's a medical student. They're very, very fond of each other. He's going to be a doctor.
Oh, has she? Oh, good. Good.
Well, I'd like it done, please, if you don't mind. And in about an hour, okay? I don't want to hear why you can't do it. Just do it, okay? Thanks. Sorry. Hello, how are you?
Don't let me disturb you if you're very busy.
Oh, no, that's all right. I'm not busy at all. Excuse me. D.I. Forbes? Oh, good. Right. Thanks. Sorry.
Just that I think there are a couple of things I want to tell you.
Yes, well, please do.
I hope you don't think that I've been horribly cold-hearted about my sister.
No?
I'm thinking about what you said. It's possible that Victor could want to disappear and get away from her. I mean, do you think I'm being unfair?
No. Would it matter if I did?
Yes, it would.
Well, I don't, so... Okay? What else?
Hmm?
You said there were two things.
Yeah, well, that rather depended on what you said to the first one, but now it's out of the way.
Oh, dear. Come in.
Oh, excuse me.
Just 1 minute, okay, Jimmy?
Yeah, what I wanted to say was to ask you what all this is about.
D.I. Forbes? No, love, I don't want to hear it, and I don't want to go through it all again. Just do it.
Hang about. She'll be with you in 5 minutes, all right? How's things going with you, then? Okay.
Thanks. And how are things going with you?
Oh, you know, keeping our noses in front. Just about.
Well, that shouldn't be hard. They're long enough.
Sir. Well, madam, if you'd like to step this way.
Come in. Now, aren't you going to sit down? Shirley Davies, isn't it? What can I do for you?
How much have you got on Willie Jevons?
What?
He's in Brixton in custody on remand, waiting to come up for trial.
Oh, is he?
All right, I want to speak to Croft.
You've got a nerve.
Well, when will you be here?
Well, he's working with Interpol at the moment.
This is fairly urgent.
Oh, just who I need.
Magic.
Look, I want to make a complaint. I'm not putting up with people ringing up my place giving me messages for you.
Well, I've got to go and see a man about a dog handler.
Well, this is a surprise. Shirley Davis giving information?
I haven't given you any information.
No, so go on.
It's a deal.
Oh, no, it's not. I don't do deals.
The message was about someone that wants you to go and see him.
So, tell me who, what, whereabouts?
I just want bail for Willie Jevons.
The court gives bail.
Well, I'll have a word with one of your mates to say they've no objections. I don't want him stuck in there waiting to come up. He won't run.
I've not got that sort of influence with other officers.
Victor, I think they said his name was, something like that. Just sort of gabbled away and put the phone down quick, you know. And what was his other name? Brailsford, would it be? Not very well, they said, and could you get there fairly quickly?
Now listen.
Bail. And I'll have to trust you. And chances don't come any bigger than that, do they?
Very good. You didn't book a table at all, did you?
No. I was just twisting your arm.
What made you think there was a need to?
I think everyone's a bit scared of the police.
Yeah, I suppose they are. I suppose that's why most of them marry other people in the force.
You going to marry another one next time?
I haven't even started thinking about it next time.
You are going to get married again,
What?
aren't you? You don't want to talk about it.
No, it's not that. It's just that I never have talked about it. It sounds ridiculous. Yes, it does sound ridiculous, but I've always felt that it would be somehow disloyal, I suppose that's the word.
Not to the memory of your husband.
Yes, it does sound ridiculous.
Would he want that? For you to go on being loyal?
No, of course not. No, I think this is very good for me.
What?
Talking about it. Thank you.
You know I'm after you, don't you?
Did you say you were frank, didn't you?
About myself, I said, when I had the nerve. Well,
Well, what?
I'm asking you a question.
Yes. Yes, I do know you're after me.
It's the next question I'm asking you, the one after
Am
that.
I going to run away?
Something like that. What?
We hardly know each other's names, do we? Mine's Maggie. Alan.
Are you going to run away, Maggie?
Blimey. Look, give me a chance.
I'll go on being frank. I mean, I'm not talking about marriage.
This is where I'm supposed to say, what do you think I am, or something like that, isn't it? I'm not going to. I'm just going to say it again. Give me a chance to think, to stop my head whirling, to get my breath back, things like that.
Ring. You have a 5, will you, please?
I'll find one when I need it.
Yes, I'm so sorry. I think I'm all right. Really quite all right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Don't pull it. Push it, you stupid thicket. Don't forgive me. I've taken up so much of your... I think I'm all right. It's my ankle. I think if I were to
lie
try...
still, shut up. If you don't mind, sir, please.
So another time, if you could just leave word where you might be if you should be needed, with possibly an indication of whether you're on a job or merely out enjoying yourself, yes?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Oh, you see the message that came through on the wire about Fishguard?
Fishguard?
Now, what was she calling herself? Brenda Griffiths. Her and her boyfriend. He's on the run. They hired a car, going for the ferry, I suppose. Broke down about 5 miles before they got there. Oh, Maggie.
Sir.
Decent meal, was it?
Yes, sir. Quite satisfactory, thank you, sir.
Well, she certainly needs a psychiatrist, but whether she'll go to one or not.
See you.
Yeah.
Anyone got 5p?
Yeah.
Thanks. Can I make a phone call?